Hi guys, welcome to another conversation with Wow Expressions. We hope you enjoy our conversation today. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. See you.
So, ladies, we're living through this pandemic and it's going on longer than all of us anticipated. But persons are trying to, particularly ladies we're focusing on today, trying to get back out there, trying to rearrange their life somewhat. And they're looking for, different things out of life. Some persons are looking to change their companion and they want to start dating new persons. And one way of doing it in the modern world is through social media. However, there are situations via social media that presents a challenge for some persons. And today we want to examine those challenges and see where we go from here.
Yeah, because I think definitely, women in their 40s, like when we started to date, there was no social media. So just kind of like, how do I navigate dating now, in social media, in a social media world?
But the thing is, this is such a salient topic for us because for a lot of people, social media is new, as you were saying. But I've found being on social media, you have at all angles, you have people coming at you with some kind of scam. And they always start with, I like you. And in the next 2 seconds, they love you. And then they want you to send money for them.
I know your Nigerian brother.
But this is dangerous. I find. I mean, when we started using social media, which wasn't even Facebook or stuff, was just, I think it was ICQ or something like that. You always found at that point in time, even when it was very new, that it was dangerous because the information that you're getting from somebody else, although we didn't have video conferencing at the time, the information there was no way to verify it. There was no way to check to see if this person is actually male or female, or if if they're in prison or something. So, and I think now it's even more dangerous. So it's amazing to see what's going on now. I mean, I feel it for you younger sisters out there, but wow, you all have some stuff to deal with.
From a woman with a man.
What's that mean?
Who can from a woman with a man? You understand?
Right. But the thing about it was what I've observed, it's not even in our age group, but it's even younger and older persons dealing with it. Because there are older women way into their 60s and 70s. I've heard of a person who met someone way into her 70s on social media, connected, and it worked out. So we're looking at it from our age group, but it covers younger and even older persons,
For real.
But now it has changed, right? Because before we would, even though there is social media, there was still places, well, for us here in Trinidad, where you could go out online. Now we can't. Everything has been locked down for a very long time. So there's no socializing to say that you go into a Lime or you go into an event and you meet someone. You have to meet these persons, either you're making your groceries or on social media.
And guys, we're out there trying to maneuver the social media, and so many people try to catfish you. For us who don't know what catfishing is, people come at you trying to form relationship with you under false pretenses. And it could be they want a relationship, which is not true, or it could be they want money from you. It's always never a good outcome. And similarly, kitten fishing is where people misrepresent themselves. You could say you put up a profile on like one of these dating apps, maybe Tinder or Bumble or Fishing the Sea or Match, and you put up.
You didn't know you know all of these dating sites like that.
Nadine spends too much time on the internet. That's what's going on here.
I spend all day on the internet, but I've never been on a dating site, actually. Well, maybe back in the days.
Time on TV, Match.com, ChristianMingle.com. You could get catfished all there, especially like ChristianMingle.com, where you think everybody is upright and this, that, and the other because they put Christian in front of it.
Right.
on those sites too, they can do kitten fishing. You can misrepresent yourself. You could be a size 20 and put your size 10. And then when you meet the person...
None of there's anything wrong with being a size 20.
No, but
let them know. You know, because some guys, they're into the BBW and that's all good.
Guys like chubby-tations and stuff like that. But you can't misrepresent yourself because it disappoints the other person when they meet you. Because they're looking to meet some whatever you portray. And what people also do, they steal other people's pictures and profiles. I had my whole Instagram profile stolen. At one point, somebody was trying to set up with my pictures as well. So you have to be aware of these things.
Oh, wow.
That is such a dangerous, thing. It's dangerous because...
I'm sorry, Sharon. I mean, because I could see somebody putting up false information about themselves in the beginning because they don't want to put themselves out there now. But maybe if I get to know somebody, maybe I will then change my mind about what the truth is. But to actually represent yourself as somebody else, you know, I think that's some serious issues.
In that case, this is me. You all know I have numerous pictures on my Instagram. And a friend, when I was in Trinidad, said, let me follow you on Instagram. And I told her the name and she's like, this picture? I was like, no, it had my whole name, my whole Instagram name, and then an NG at the end to make it slightly different, and had about 6 of my pictures. So what you have to do in that case, you have to report it and get other people who know you to also report it. And as soon as it was reported, it was taken down.
Okay. Wow.
Wow. That is so dangerous, sir, because it's like you're starting off, if somebody's really looking for a relationship, you know, you're starting off on something that's not real. You know, you're putting yourself out there, and you know, I hear you when you say, Anna, that you may want to put out too much of info one time, but you have the option, for example, not to post a picture. Like if you're setting up a site, you don't have to use a picture of yourself. You can use like a scenery or whatever. And you know, you can limit how much information you put out there. So when you do enter something that's more serious, you can then say, okay, this is what I look like, or this is my real name, or whatever. But you don't have to start off, if you're looking for a relationship, on a lie, because you're trapping somebody to fall in love with you when you're not even real.
Yeah.
Because then love is an illusion.
But somebody else, yeah.
Exactly.
And if you're confident about yourself, you know, you wouldn't do something like that.
Yeah, but a lot of people are not confident. You see, since everybody has been behind this computer, there's a lot of things that come out from like cyberbullying, but it's the same thing. They feel this sense of empowerment and confidence because they are not being seen. So they are...
But that's just the whole thing. This whole is almost like if you are going to be dating online, you have to like take a little crash course.
Right.
And understand, you know, the different terminologies, you know, look for the red flags and that kind of thing. Because I recently also heard this term of like icing. I'm like, what is that, right? So there you go. You have not been catfished, hopefully. So you meet this person and you think, oh my God, things are going really great. And then the person says, well, I need some time. I need some space. You know, maybe 6 months from now, I'll be in a better position. So they're basically like putting you away, right? Like putting you on ice. And and as someone, and if you're looking for someone, that's a no-no. You know, if somebody looks to put you on ice, that is a no-no, because if you're looking to experience and have an opportunity to have a relationship, and you meet somebody and you feel somewhat connected, and they're telling you no, that's something that I think...
Yeah, I don't agree with that, because let's say, similarly, you're out in the world and you meet somebody and they're all nice and stuff and you're just not ready. It's the same thing on social media. You meet somebody and the person is all nice and all that, but it's your option to say, I am not ready for this, maybe in a few months. So,
but I think if you're on the receiving end of that, because if you're out there on social media, right, you're out there now, right? There's this line from this song by Tracy Chapman that I have always repeat it in my head. And it's a love declared for days to come is as good as none. You know what I mean?
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
Yes, you're telling me, oh, you're wonderful, you're perfect, but not now.
Right.
Okay, so let me live my life. Let me live my life.
Exactly.
Go out there, date. And if I meet someone, then you ain't the one, right, guys?
But
Yeah.
my question in this is, okay, so somebody puts you on ice. Are you going to allow that person to keep you on ice? I mean,
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
because if you say that you need 6 months, I will say, fine, take your 6 months, but I am not waiting for you to show up after 6 months.
Right.
And then what
Correct.
happens? You know what they do? They ghost you. There's the next thing where they just like, you meet somebody and you guys are talking every day. Hey, how you doing? Texting, you know, like Zoom and everything, right? And then all of a sudden disappear, post on you, and you like, oh my God, what is this? You know?
Okay.
I think sometimes people use technology as an excuse not to step up. You understand?
That I think so. I think so. Because I was having a conversation with a girlfriend of mine, and she actually had a relationship with someone for 4 years. Both of them, but this was consensual. No one knew in her life about him, and no one knew in his life about her.
Right.
And they call it stashing now, right?
Okay.
So for 4 years, she is in this relationship. This is not dating or a booty call or anything like that. They're in a relationship where he knows nothing about her, she knows nothing about him, and this went on for a while. But just imagine, picture yourself, actually somebody you have in a relationship with someone, and they're telling you that no, you can't meet my family, you can't meet my friends. When they're going out, you are not invited.
Red. What is beyond red flag?
This song comes, Anna, a song comes to mind for that secret, that's old song, Secret Lovers.
Yes, right? So it's like, how could you? You are not telling anybody that you're in a relationship, but you are, because this is 4 years. This is not 1 month or 2 months or whatever.
And the water.
The good thing about it was that the both of them agreed to do that. But just imagine somebody doing that to you, and you are not in agreement with that. You know what I mean?
Well, I guess you don't stay, you get out of it.
Where somebody is telling you that no, they're not taking you anywhere to meet their family or their friends. You are not allowed to go where they're working or whatever. You in this little box stashed away, as they say, stashing, right? And this is your life, and you're comfortable with that. I mean, that's and Delia says red flag. That's not gonna be a serial killer.
That's a bandana swinging, so that's not red.
Yeah, like come on, like hello, self-worth, self-esteem.
Exactly.
A relation, if you can have the ugliest guy in the world. If you love him, you don't really care what nobody says.
Love is love.
Your man. Hey,
Exactly.
Anna, this is my new boo. You can bad talk me, I don't care. That's my peeps. Like he hiding you away. Nah, or she hiding you. No.
I always say, anything that has to be kept a secret, something is wrong with that.
What is done in the dark will come to light.
To light, exactly. Another area we realize that happens on social media is what you call vampiring. It's like the old vampire in the literal sense, where somebody sucks the life out of you. So you're on social media, and the thing about vampiring is, because of the electronic age we're living in, anybody and everybody has access to a mobile phone. So they can be on 24 hours a day. And just like with friends, in a conversation, some people, if you talk to somebody today, and at the end of the conversation, they're feeling so beaten down, you're feeling so drained, you feel like, oh God, I have no energy left. Same thing with social media vampiring. They come into your space and they criticize your photos, they fat shame you, they do all these different things and leave you feeling less than you want to feel.
Yeah,
what you all think about that, ladies?
Yeah, yeah. Well, this is why I believe in block and delete.
Correct.
So that is a skill you have to acquire quite early and recognize too that people who can be so horrible, but then what about if it's just someone you kind of like them, but they're needy or whatever, and you feel like if they suck your energy, but it's like you always have to give to them. They never give in to you.
That,
I will say
that is a drain of energy. I actually have a friend who actually drains my energy. She and this is not a partner. This is just a friend. When they are finished with you, you actually feel like you need to sleep. You need to bathe. You need to sleep. You need. Yeah, you want to move, you are so tired. So you have to be careful, and just imagine this person being your partner. You know what I mean? That is like our job 24/7. That is how
that is what I would call rescuing somebody. Do you want to rescue somebody? That is a person crying out for help. And it's not your role to rescue that person. You're looking for a relationship, not to rescue someone. So that these are times, like you said, Dila, you block. If I find somebody's taking more out of me than I'm willing to give at that moment, you excuse yourself from that situation. You block them. You try giving them a few little hints, like to say, okay, that was a strong this, so give them little hints before. But when you realize it's not working, block. Moving on, moved on.
Next.
I know.
But and you always find these people who do that actually have very strong personalities. Mm-hmm. So it's like you almost have to, when you block them physically, you actually have to try to block them, from your space, because they just take without you even giving.
Actually, I have an experience once again on Instagram. Anyway, they messaged me and I did not like where the conversation was going and I blocked them. Whoever it was showed up on my all my other social media, and it's literally infiltrated all your social media, things that you did not even give them, and they're popping up and you continue blocking them on everything until sometimes you have to just change your whole social media name or profile. Wow. Yeah.
That is crazy.
That is quite alarming.
That is, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need to be careful. I think but now and our younger generation coming up who have to deal with this, because we old school. We know all the tricks, most of them.
We can navigate
our
way around these situations.
Girls, especially, just be so careful about the people that you meet on social media. If you have to meet with them in person, be careful that you carry a friend, because even when we were younger, and we meet people, meet a young man or whatever, most of the time it's about 3 or 4 girls right there. Yeah. So we always had backup. We never went anywhere.
Yeah.
By ourselves. Yeah. So be careful, get your girlfriend or some friend to accompany you on that first date. Right. Or, just be careful.
I know.
But you all think there's anything that the promoters of these network, the social media, the Facebook, the Instagram, do you think they have anything that they can do to alleviate some of these attacks on persons?
It's just the block report, and that's all they could do. Like, even if you try to report somebody, that's a whole long process also. For example, when I just came to Jacksonville, somebody told me if I want to make friends, you go on Bumble. There's Bumble Date, Bumble BFF, and Bumble Business. One of my friends that I know for 3 years, she even came to Trinidad with me. I met her on Bumble BFF, and she even sent her daughter another time when I was going with me, so she could experience Trinidad. And then another time, I tried to make friends with this other lady, and it turned out to me she was very suspicious. You get your little signals. There's always a gut feeling. And I said, I will meet you at Panera. The lady never showed up. She called me. She said she locked her keys in the car. And if I would come and help her, I was like, no, homie, when you find your keys, call me back. Block and put. You understand?
I know. I think all of this underscores that the reality is the world is different, right? We use social media to meet, to buy food, to do everything now. But as everything in the real world, there's danger. There's danger in social media as well, right? And I think definitely applying some common sense and recognizing that, we live in a world with a lot of lies.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is lost oftentimes. And I think social media, you can more camouflage and hide the truth, right? You could get catfish, kitten fish, stashed, vampired, all,
Yeah.
all of these different things, right?
Yeah.
So this is where your relationship with understanding who you are, knowing, because we are so amazing that the universe will give us, hints that something is wrong. Like Nadine said, he had that gut feeling that something was wrong. So you really have to apply common sense. You use your intuition when you're connecting with people online, right?
Yeah.
Because
you guys be careful out there.
Yeah, because it's scary
Be
out
careful.
there. But on the other
It's
side,
fun, but there's also dangers, so be careful.
yeah, I know people who have met their partners online and they have amazing relationships and they have found love. So if you are in that stage where, listen, I'm ready for something new. Yes, social media is the tool that we will use. Go ahead, take a chance. And who knows? And if you have your social media to find someone, let us know. Tell us about it in the comments, and continue to like and subscribe and share our videos. And we will see you next time. Okay, guys. Take it easy. Bye.
Bye.